and welcome to this session where we're going to talk about the McGraw-Hill online textbook. And on this, actually for your username, there'll be a list of usernames and passwords that students can use posted on Skyward. I'll leave that link on Skyward for the remainder of the school year. There's up to 35 licenses that they can use to log on to this. Okay, now this example is for sixth grade social studies, and once you log on, you'll see the textbook that we have in the classroom. This is the online version of that textbook, and you'll see that generic login, which is posted, will be posted on Skyward that you can use. So if a student wants to access this, they're going to click here on what is our online textbook. It's going to bring them to the online resource. Again, very similar to the Discovery Ed Tech book we talked about earlier. This has all the actual chapters that are in the book, and you can see here that you can choose by chapter, and then you can choose by lesson, just like the other tech book we talked about earlier. Once I do, it also has video resources and picture resources as well as the text itself. Just like the earlier tech book, it also has a read aloud feature. So when you highlight a text, if you come up here and you click on the headphones, it will read that text to the reader as the reader reads along. And it also has a highlighting feature. So you can go through, and once you've chosen the highlighter, you can highlight text that you think is important. As vocab is defined, you can see on here that it gives you a list of the vocabulary throughout the chapter, different reading strategies to help students along the way. Teachers can also create assignments using this online textbook, and when they do, they can they'll come here to the student's account. Students would then go on and complete the assignments, and like the other online textbook, they'd be able to share those with the teachers. This online textbook is also filled with lots of skill builders, as you can see, 21st century skills, critical thinking skills, geography skills, all the way through. This makes for great opportunities for teachers to work with students on some of these skills in the classroom, as often we can use this resource if we go to the computer lab or we have the iPad card in our room. Now I came back to the main page by clicking here on McGraw-Hill Networks, and when I did, one thing I want to show you are all these resources down here at the bottom. And again, this is kind of something you can at your own leisure use, but they've already created several of these graphic organizers and note-taking skills that will help students. We'll go back here to the main page. Some students are really into comic books. There's some graphic novels that do a good job of explaining some of the material here in the sixth grade textbook. The maps are very interactive as well. That's one thing I do really like about this textbook is, as you can see, when you click onto a map, it's going to bring it up here and you can get an audio. I can interact with the map. So overall, a pretty interesting way to go about map skills. Quizzes and tests, teachers can assign those, but there's also some tests that are already created on here that students can go and take on their own. reference materials, research and writing skills, timelines, charts, graphs, and of course the video features as well. A lot of these can be found throughout the online text, but you can also do a search. And as you can see, there are several types of links and videos to links. So this is the McGraw-Hill version of an online text. We already looked at earlier the Discovery Ed version of the online text, and what I wanted to do is give you and your parents an idea of how to use these resources. When we do flipped lessons, most of the time I'll refer to the Discovery Ed because every student has access to that. So if you're watching a flipped lesson, you've got internet access and you should be able to access both the flipped lesson and the Discovery Ed tech book. If you're not able to watch the flipped lessons or you don't have internet access necessarily where you are, um, we'll have computers set up in the room, and you'll be able to come and still participate and get all that you need when you come to class. So, again, I hope you have a great evening. Let me add one thing to this video, and that's the web page you need to get there, and that's connected.mcgrawhill.com /connected /login.do, and then it should bring up this page here. All right, thank you so much for your patience, and have a great evening.